Ozzy Osbourne, the legendary vocalist of Black Sabbath, has been surrounded by rumors and legends throughout his career. One of the most persistent is the idea that he has somehow buried his former bandmates, either metaphorically through his solo success or even literally due to tragic deaths. The origins of myth. His departure from the band. Ozzy's breakup with Black Sabbath in 1979 was a turning point for the band. Many fans considered his departure to mark the end of an era and the beginning of the group's decline. His solo success. While Black Sabbath continued to release albums and tour with different vocalists, Ozzy achieved even greater commercial success in his solo career. This led to comparisons between his individual success and the perceived stagnation of Black Sabbath. Deaths of former members. The tragic death of drummer Bill Ward in 2018, coupled with the previous deaths of the band's manager, Ozzy Osbourne, and keyboardist Geezer Butler, fueled the narrative that Ozzy was cursed and that his success had a dark price. Analyzing reality. Black Sabbath. After Ozzy. Despite Ozzy's departure, Black Sabbath continued for decades, releasing albums such as Mob Rules, 1981, and Headless Cross, 1989, that achieved considerable commercial and critical success. The influence of Black Sabbath. Black Sabbath, with or without Ozzy, remains one of the most influential bands in the history of hard rock, inspiring countless subsequent groups and artists. Causes of deaths. The deaths of Black Sabbath members and manager Ozzy Osbourne were due to natural causes and are not related to each other. It is important to separate reality from fiction and avoid falling into simplistic narratives that do not reflect the complexity of the story. While it is true that Ozzy Osbourne has had great success in his solo career, this does not mean that he has buried Black Sabbath. The band has left an undeniable musical legacy, and its influence is still present in the world of rock. The deaths of band members and manager Ozzy Osbourne are tragic events that should not be used to fuel unfounded myths. It is important to remember them with respect and recognize their contribution to the history of Black Sabbath. Ultimately, the relationship between Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath is complex and multifaceted. It cannot be reduced to a simple story of individual success at the cost of the death of the band. Both Ozzy and Black Sabbath have made significant contributions to the world of rock, and their legacies will live on for generations to come.